glad to have you back. You know what we're going to do now? We're going to spend a couple of minutes because I believe that I can create money for anyone. That's something I've been doing for decades. And I'm going to go over just a couple of ideas that should make a significant difference in what your expenses are versus what they could be. So I'm looking at creating money, but not changing your lifestyle significantly. So let's talk about the first tip. And yes, I have notes just to keep me on track. Insurance. Most of you are paying for insurance. I don't care whether you're paying for car insurance, you're paying for health, let's say disability insurance, long-term care insurance. You're paying for homeowners insurance. You are paying for insurance for something, life insurance. Many of you are paying those on a monthly basis, or you're paying them quarterly. And if you look really close, you will see there's usually a service fee, or the amount of the premium that is collected is different. It is higher when you're paying it on a monthly basis versus if you're paying it on an annual basis. And that can make a difference of between 3 and 8% a year. And I know that doesn't sound like much to some of you, but if I can get you to switch it around, if I added up all the insurances that you are paying throughout the year, and let's say it's $10,000 because it's a nice round number, and it does add up once you start putting the numbers together. By paying your insurance annually instead of monthly, that could save you between $300 and $800 a year for the exact same coverage. Now let that sink in. So instead of 12 entries in your checkbook or your program, you do one, and it will pay you $300 to $800 to do that. So that's a real simple one. Here's another one. I know everybody is really upset about the fact that you're not earning any money on your savings anymore. The rates are just dismal. But here's an idea that many of you are not doing. You have a savings account, you have a checking account, you have a money market, you have these little things spread around, but you're not paying attention to your monthly bank fees. Now, for instance, I've looked at several accounts recently, found some that if you had $2,000 or $3,000 as a minimum balance every month, every day of the month, then they will waive the monthly service fee. So let's think about that. If I leave a $3,000 pad in my checking account, it would eliminate a $12 a month fee, which is $144 a year that I don't have to pay. That is just like earning 3.8% on your $3,000. I'm sorry, it's 4.8. Why aren't we doing that? That's easy. Now let's talk about cashback credit cards. Many of you use credit cards and you're very good, and this only works if you pay it off every month, but you're not getting paid to use the credit card, or you're using your debit card. We got to get you away from that. If you would use a cashback credit card, and I'm picking a 2% card that pays 1% when you charge the amount on the card and pays 1% when you pay the balance off. So again, I want you to pay them off every month. But if you are doing just $3,000 a month, and I'm talking about your cell phone bill, the power bill, your groceries, gas, anything you can think of that you can put on the credit card, $3,000 a month with 2% would give you $60 a month cash back. And you probably want to leave this alone, because over the course of a year, that's $720 that you are being paid to use the credit card. Ta-da! Instead of a debit card or a card that isn't giving you any perks. If you don't have one, call your bank, ask if they have that available, or go online and look and switch banks. Very, very easy. And some of you will not be mentioning names because I'm not endorsing anyone, but some cards have a 1%, a 2%, a 3% in a particular category, or even a 5% cash back. So learn how to work those programs. You're leaving money on the table. Here's one I see quite a bit. We live in a society where we're on a lot of prescriptions, and for many households, that's really a very substantial ongoing expense. I went back and just picked up, you know what the number one medication is that's prescribed? I didn't until I looked it up, and I'll probably butcher it, but it's atorvastatin, and it is for high cholesterol. I wonder why. We're Americans, we eat very well. Now, if I went and I just did a little bit of shopping that is in my area, your price may be different. But if I picked up a 40 milligram tablet and I took one a month, it would cost me about $15 a month for that prescription. And I'd have to make 12 trips to the pharmacy to get it every month. All right, so $180. Now, if I went in and I looked, and do you know there's a little pill splitter is pretty easy to get? or a knife, it's not hard. If instead of the 40 milligram, I got the 80 milligram tablet and I cut it in half, I still have the 40 milligrams I'd wanted, but instead I am buying 180. So I'm buying a year's worth of the prescription. At that point, instead of $180, it costs me $41. And on that one prescription, I could save $139. And we all know some prescriptions are much more expensive than this. If you will go in and you can go on the web, usually you can pre-price it before you go and compare pharmacies. Yes, that's a way to save money. But on many medications, I think you're missing the boat by not doing pill splitting when you can and dramatically dropping the cost of prescriptions. Some of you may not realize that it doesn't matter how inexpensive a prescription is, there's always going to be a charge that has to be paid in order to fill the prescription. You know, whether you're buying 10 tablets or you're buying 180, there's still some overhead costs there. So let's cut down on the cost of our prescriptions. How about another one? A lot of you are drinking soda, tea, coffee, whatever the case may be. But in our family, we've made it a rule because I made it a rule. When you go out, you're going to drink water. You're going to drink ice water and it's going to come from the tap. And it's good for you because you probably aren't dehydrated anyway. Now, if I'm an individual person and I just order ice water 3 times a week, and I am being extremely modest here and saying that each time I save $5 because, you know, if you order a soft drink or something, usually you're going to get a refill, then you're going to have to tip the waitress or you're getting it in fast food, whatever. So if I can save $15 a week by drinking water 3 times a week instead of ordering some type of another type of a drink, that's $780 a year. Now, those of you who have families, you know, we have the perfect family, which is 2 kids, mom and dad, you know, whoever your partners are. Doesn't matter. We've got 4 in the family. It can be a single dad with 3 kids, but you've got a family that's the size of 4. Do you realize that if you went to only ordering water instead of doing the drinks and all, for you, that's $3,120 a year? Wow. What kind of a difference would that make? So let me do a real quick recap because this is just a short video. So if we were pay our insurance annually, $300 to $800. Your bank fees, $144 we could eliminate. Cash back on a credit card, maybe $720 a year. I change my medication on how I get it by pill splitting. There's $139 a year. And ordering ice water instead of some other type of a soft drink is another $780. Just by implementing those items that I told you. How would you feel if I told you that's over $2,500 a year and you did not dramatically change your lifestyle? Well, I'm Amy Rose Herrick, and I am the profit building specialist, and I am a whiz at helping you leverage the resources that you have. If you enjoyed my video, please put a few comments down. Feel free to check me out, and I'll have some links down in the bottom. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.